Well, for more on this, I'm joined on the line by SABC news reporter Canny Maphanga. Thanks very much for joining us, Canny. So, in terms of the formal legal process, what happens now?
Well, good afternoon, and to the viewers at home. Well, now that we have this Hawk statement that has confirmed that the three officials have been arrested, that means that the IO, together with the accused, have travelled to the Palm Ridge Magistrates Court, that is the Commercial Crimes Court. The docket then gets handed over to the NPA, who then enroll the matter before the court. Once that process or that administrative process is done, then you will see the first appearance of the accused before the Commercial Crimes Court. Essentially, what will happen is that the prosecutor will present the case that is, or rather the charges that are faced, and put together the schedule of where these offences lay. Now, if we are dealing with fraud, one could expect that we could be in the realm of Schedule 5 or more, which would then place the onus on the accused to prove to the court that it is in the interest of justice for them to be released on bail. Then what will follow is a bail application. I doubt that these officials would want to stay in custody longer than, I guess, the early hours of this morning. So what you can expect is the bail application. What the counsel or the attorney for the accused will do is that they'll present arguments and evidence that deal with a number of factors that can advance one's release on bail. These include the seriousness of the offence, the accused's likelihood to flee, whether their release on bail could interfere with public peace, their potential interference with witnesses or evidence that may be called in the future with regards to this matter, and as well as accused ties to the community, or whether they have any previous criminal records. Now, in hearing all of that evidence, each accused will obviously have their case advanced by their respective lawyers. After hearing that, if the court is convinced that it is in the interest of justice for them to be released on bail, then you can expect that bail will be granted, one, and of course it will come with conditions, and of course you can expect a bail amount. Now, usually in these kinds of matters, we don't really see the NPA opposing bail. If they oppose bail, it will be quite a difficult task for the accused. However, if the NPA is abiding by the court's decision and isn't opposing bail, then you can expect quite a quick court appearance by the three, as well as the court reaching a conclusion today as to whether or not they'll be granted bail.
And then I do understand that the accused were trying to avoid this particular court process. Presumably that can't happen.
Well, there were reports that the SAFA boss, that is Danny Jordaan, had filed papers last night in the High Court to block the arrest. Now, we've already seen this before with other high-profile arrests where some of those instances have taken place. Essentially, because there is no court order as we speak right now, and we're saying that what is happening today cannot continue, then of course the accused has to appear before the criminal dock. But we've learned, at least from the latest case that we saw, that if the civil court were to grant such orders, then it would open the floodgates for accused to come before a civil court to avoid the long arm of justice in criminal court. And we know already in the criminal court there are processes available to you throughout that Criminal Procedure Act to defend your rights should you feel that the case that has been brought before court has nothing to do with you. So essentially, as we speak now, that High Court application has no bearing on what is going to happen this morning, because there is no court order that is stating that the processes in the criminal court cannot continue today. And in the absence of that, the three that are the accused in the fraud matter to the tune of just over $1 million will have to appear before the court. This will be the first appearance. It will not deal with the merits of the case against them. It will seriously only deal with the bail procedure and whether they are the correct candidates to be released on bail.
All right, Canny, thank you so much for giving us some insights there. Canny Maphanga, my colleague, giving us that report there.